NBA 2K22. Which of these athletes will grace that cover? Is it A, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, B, Dirk Nowitzki, C, Kevin Durant, or D, all of the above?
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. A stunning view of the moon over our broadcast location tonight in Dallas, Texas. Welcome, folks, to what promises to be a great Tuesday night of the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge filling us in from the sideline. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin. The Mavericks had far and away the league's most efficient offense last season. Their star, Luka Doncic, is rightfully credited for most of that, but their role players were also shooting the ball well. Now, the 2004 Mavs with Dirk Nowitzki and Steve Nash were arguably the greatest offense ever, but this group could give them a run for their money. Kevin?
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Caldwell Pope, and it's Drummond in at the 5, patrolling the paint. And for the Mavericks, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic, and it's Hardaway in at the small forward. A lot of teams with a lot of new players, Greg, this time of year can be a real challenge to mesh.
No doubt. You know, getting everybody on the same page sometimes, it can take time. And then you have to build that trust. Weathering the storms together will obviously help you do that.
Doncic with it. Pass to Kleber. Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Mike Powell comes in for Maxi Kleber. Trey Burks checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Josh Richardson. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Harrell, he's checked in for Drummond. Kyle Kuzma comes in for LeBron. Junior's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder.
And Clark, it was a roller coaster season, to say the least, for Kyle Kuzma. Saw his role get diminished on the Lakers, and his stats across the board were down.
Yeah, Greg, you go back to your playing days, mine as well. It's hard for young guys early in their career to understand role playing. They equate their production with minutes and accolades as opposed to contribution for the team. And Kyle Kuzma has tremendous talent, great versatility. Early in his career, I think he's going to be fine in the long run. Kyle Kuzma is a guy who burst on the scene during his rookie year and is a fun player to watch. He's a guy that really has an outstanding all-around game.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throws of the game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
And the second free throw, good. Lakers leading by 7. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. There's the pass to Kim. Shoots over Burke. And it's Junior missing.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Junior. Kuzma outside. Just 5 on the clock. Basket good.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Mavericks trail by 7. Brunson the pass to Doncic. Inside, Powell. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists now in this one. Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against the Grizzlies.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
Yeah, not deviating from the game plan is critical. You got to trust in the system.
They recover it. Kim, the pass to Horton Tucker. Shoots over Doncic, and finally they hit one. 20 seconds left to play here in the first. The Mavericks shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. Banked in off the glass. Doncic has got his second basket.
Doncic showing you his ability to finish. I really respect his aggressiveness in taking it to the hoop and handling contact.
Boy, he launched that one from way outside. With 1 on the clock. And so it's Los Angeles holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. Back right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Marjanovic is out there with Powell. Then there's Trey Burke. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Brunson in at the 1. And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. Trailing here by 8. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
Painful to watch, guys. You could see their frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
Yeah, they had no answer for them. They simply got outplayed and outworked.
Junior kicks to Harrell. Lakers passing it around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Kuzma. Powell pulls it in.
Well, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was...
Anthony Davis firing on all cylinders for the Los Angeles Lakers. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, what happened defensively that slowed them down in the first half?
Well, we're active. They're missing a few shots they normally make. We just got to compete. We got to keep competing the way we are.
Thanks for your time, Rick. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. In for LeBron. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable, and there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on it. Taking a look at the Lakers. We've got Dennis Schroeder. Anthony Davis is out there with Andre Drummond. Then it's Junior. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the 3. Fast break, Dallas. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Another 3 for Dallas.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Lakers trail by 5. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Mavericks have their young star tandem in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. KP said, "We can be a pretty deadly duo. It's only going to be a matter of time. Once we get that two-man game going, it's going to be hard to stop." Guys, it's already hard to stop. Back to you.
Team on the rise, David. Thank you so much. Richardson, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Hardaway. Richardson's got the lead up to 5 now for the Mavs. Lakers have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Caldwell Pope passes to Davis. Schroeder outside. Fires for 3. That shot misses. Now Dallas takes it the other way.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
So it's Richardson with the jam.
Seems that Richardson just has a knack for always being in the right place.
And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per.
Luka flying to the rim and putting it on top of the defender's head.
Schroeder dishes to Junior. Pass to Drummond. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And at last season's trade deadline, Andre Drummond traded away basically for a second-round pick, a shockingly low return for a guy who was once considered a franchise player.
First one falls for him.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
Look. Will go for a different look here. Porzingis, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Doncic. And it's Richardson in for Trey Burke. We have got to see that sensational mobile 1 block again.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
And he adds to their lead with some very solid free throws.
Now, here's Junior. Here's Schroeder. The offensive rebound. Lets it go with a 3. Money! And now they trail by just 4. And the Mavericks call time here. They're up by 4. There's 10 seconds left to play here in the 4th. moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Luka Doncic.
And the shooting percentage, how about all the way in the 60s, shows how deadly he can be when he's feeling it. And as locked in as he was, they were trying to feed him as much as possible. But he never got out of control. I mean, he kept his head and just stayed patient.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5.
There's an awful lot to like about Doncic, but probably what jumps out at me most is how competitive he is. I mean, he wants to dominate whoever's guarding him. Good composure from the line there. Those shots sealed it.
Timeout called the Lakers. They're trailing by 6. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
There's still a sliver of hope.
Yeah, but they've got to score and then foul immediately.
Seconds left in the game. A shot by LeBron, no good. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Gets the first, that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. And the Lakers call time here. They trail by 8. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
You know, maybe working on their 60-second drill, even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future.
Here's Kim. Top of the key jumper, no good. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Olson, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you later.
The money, I need it lump sum. I put that on everything that I love. Hundreds and fifties and sometimes the dubs. I put that on everything that I love. Need a dub. That's on that thing I love. Put that on my auntie and uncle's son. I need the money, I need it lump sum. I put that on everything that I love. getting paper, chasing, working like Jamaican. If you see me on the phone, it's business, not no caking. Quit a 6-figure job, why? Cause I'm not patient. Need that money right now, need what Buffett make it. Man, live like dreams. 5-star cuisine, need that new whip 19. G-star the jeans and my chick Vaseline. Flex star, creatine, flex star, creatine. I need the money, I need it lump sum. I put that on everything that I love. Hundreds and 50s and sometimes the dubs. I put that on everything that I love. Need a dub. That's on that thing I love. Put that on my auntie and uncle's son. I need the money, I need it lump sum. I put that on everything that I love. Cha-cha-cha-ching, that money machine. I went to the doc, I called that gangrene. He say having money ain't everything it seems. But we both know he rich, so boy. It's you time bout, getting to it, no handouts. Sitting down, I'ma stand out. Big ballin' like I ran routes. You had to run, but you ran out. Stand out, cause you a clown, get bands now. I'm the man now. I need the money, I need it lump sum. I put that on everything that I love. Hundreds and 50s and sometimes the dubs. I put that on everything that I love. Need a dub. That's on that thing I love. Put that on my auntie and uncle's son. I need the money, I need it lump sum. I put that on everything that I love.
Life sucks and I never tried. Mine's lost even more than I realize. Time's up, keep it moving when she arrives. If you ever heard what I heard.
If you answered D, all of the above, then you are correct and enjoy that VC. And here's a look at what else the 10 winners of this year's 2K TV Awards will be receiving.
A look at the Lakers as they got off the team bus after arriving at the arena. The Friendship Torch in the foreground and the Tower of the Americas behind it. Two of the signature sites here in San Antonio, Texas. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. And tonight, we've got the Los Angeles Lakers playing against the San Antonio Spurs here at AT&T Center. Kevin Harlan here alongside Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. DA David Aldridge is on our sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Kevin, thanks. With the new G League Pathway program, some say that the NBA is competing now with college hoops for top high school players. G League President Sharif Abdur-Rahim said, "I don't think so. This is an opportunity for unique talents, a select group that are tracking toward the NBA. It's a different model from college. Guys, we'll see how this works out in the years to come."
DA, thanks a lot. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Caruso looking for an opening. Now the pass to Harrell. Kuzma outside. Pass to Junior. Unloads from 9. And Harrell slams it in.
The dogged intensity Harrell has is just insane. And he uses all this energy to his advantage, particularly on the glass.
1:12 left to play in the first. Here's Jang. It's not going to go for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
You got to be locked in on the road. I mean, when there's no cohesiveness on defense, you're in danger. It usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
Here's Caruso, covered by Mills. Caruso, the pass to Harrell. Over Walker. Harrell, that's good. Harrell's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. For San Antonio, they've gotten 8 of their 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket. Now, here's Mills. He's guarded closely. And that one drops for him.
Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
Here's Caruso, guarded by Walker. And here's Junior. Pass to Caruso. There's the triple. Good on the triple.
That's just the product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Los Angeles on top, up 2. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Starting out his career, Derek White's been the beneficiary of playing for a great coach. Here's what he had to say.
He's been big on me about just believing in myself. I remember one time he's like, it doesn't matter what school you went to, what happened in the past, just believe in yourself, know that you belong here, and good things started happening.
And it seems like White continues to improve every season.
And, you know, whenever we rank coaches, we talk about systems, managing personalities, managing game situations, but player development is usually just as important.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
Well, credit to coaching. Some guys wouldn't have made those substitutions in the first quarter. Now it's paying off.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court right now for the Spurs, we've got Mills. Gorgie Dang is out there with Johnson. And it's Walker in at the shooting guard. Caruso kicks to Junior. Passes to Horton Tucker. He feeds it to Junior. Here's Eubanks. No points in the game yet for him. That's a 2-pointer from Walker. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
Kuzma outside. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Kuzma's got his first bucket of the night. And it's Mills with the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. They've got the Hawks ahead of them in their next game, and it's in Atlanta. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Time called here, the Spurs decide to talk it over. And Chris, just getting into a new year, already injuries hitting a couple of teams.
Yeah, Kevin, and the big thing, though, end the year healthy. Get your guys back to 100%. Don't rush them back early.
platoon swap here for the Lakers. DeJounte Murray has been leading the charge for the San Antonio Spurs. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all, and he looks to be planning for more. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar... The Spurs with some changes. Eubanks is checked in, and it's Mills in for Murray. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Junior's checked in. Here's DeRozan. Again, the miss by the Spurs. LA's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. You know, even though LeBron doesn't go 100% every minute of every game in the season, GA, he still knows when to turn it on.
And for someone at his age, that is something you have to know how to do. You can see when LeBron kicks it into that next gear. Can't keep it on all the time, but he's still able to take over when he needs to.
So the Lakers 5 right now. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Junior's out there with Caldwell Pope, and it's Drummond in at the center position. He gets it in there.
Well, with as much defensive attention as AD gets, the passing lanes will be open for him, and those are the passes he needs to make.
And the foul called on Junior. That's his first foul. Johnson, he's checked in for the Spurs. Walker comes in for Derek White. The Lakers also making some changes. Marc Gasol's checked in for Andre Drummond, and Kyle Kuzma's subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Mills dishes to Gay. Mills with it. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Gay. From past the arc. And it's Junior with the rebound.
Well, their goal on D is to not give him any clean looks from long range.
Here's LeBron. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Davis has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. The pass to Eubanks. Gay with it. He's guarded by Davis. The kick out to Walker to stop the run. Bangs home the trifecta. Walker's got 7.
He'll do some damage if they give him that shot. Don't give him a clean look. Get out there on him.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Gasol looking around. Dishes it to Junior. That's tipped. Mills with the steal. Gay passes to Mills. Back to Gay. Spurs working the ball around now, and the shot is good. Mills has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
Kuzma kicks to Junior. Back to Kuzma. To the inside. And James with the basket on the assist by Kuzma. He's got 11.
And James, such a terrific interior scorer. Simple, under control, and on the money.
Now here's Walker. He's guarded by Kim. Gay against Davis. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Walker for the tie. Sinks the triple. Walker's got it all tied up now for San Antonio.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
James, the pass to Kim.
That's the art of rebounding in a nutshell. Box out, hold your ground, and all in the miss.
And finished off by Walker.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Spurs lead by 2. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. A chance now to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team just moments ago.
Everybody got to rotate, rebound, there's pace going back. It's attack, attack, attack. That's all it is.
Greg Popovich distilling it down to one simple. And so it's San Antonio with the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.
Hey, good to see you. Stay focused on your workout.
Let's get going. We lost one game, not the end of the world. We just need to get back to work and clean up a few things. Let's get back at it. I want to score earlier and transition offense. If someone is up court, we have to get the ball to them. Today, we're going to get up and down the court in some transition drills.
What's the roll? That's all you. That's all you. Get the ball.
right here.
Crash the board! You could do better than that. Again. Rolling. Get your mind right. get the next one.
Great energy in practice. Don't leave the gym without putting some individual work in.
Be receiving.
Prizes include a ton of 2K21 VC, and this year, we're also throwing in some 2K22 VC to get you off to a good start. Of course, what
We're the land of the free.
And an inspired rendition of our national anthem. Really getting warmed up here, just moments away. We'll be back right after this. Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony. DA, take it away.
Well, Kevin and guys, the NBA is a shoe culture, and none is more popular than the Kobe 4. Originally released in 2009, last season almost a quarter of all NBA players worn them. And that's not just a tribute to the Mamba, but a testament to a design that has stood the test of time. PJ Tucker called them the best hoop shoe ever. Strong praise. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Caldwell Pope, and it's Drummond in at the 5 down low. And for Chicago, White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Williams is out there with the Bulls. Daniel Tice is checked in for Vucevic. Markkanen comes in for Thaddeus Young. And it's Green in for Williams. The Lakers also changing it up. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. And Junior subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Here's White. And the shot is long. Lakers leading by 3. Davis, the pass to LeBron. Here's Schroeder. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
I'll tell you, Schroeder's a tough kid. You see the added strength. We'll see if he can complete the and one.
And the Lakers with some changes. Marcus All's checked in for Anthony Davis. And Kyle Kuzma is subbed in for James. Chicago has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. There's the 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Schroeder outside to the paint. And there's Harrell. That's good on the assist by Schroeder.
More of a score-first point guard, but Schroeder doing a good job of finding the open man.
And the energy of a guy like Montrezl Harrell can rub off on the entire team.
Yes, it can. GA, he plays with a high motor, generates steals, blocks, and deflections. He's active all over the court, and now we're seeing it on the offensive end as well.
White against Schroeder. Down low, here's Kim. And Levine with the block.
You see the quickness and focus of Levine. Tracks the shot, shuts it down.
2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
White finds Green. Bulls moving the ball around.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Here's Kim. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 3 assists in the game. Bulls trail by 9. Outside Levine. And the foul called on Junior. Making some changes. Vucevic checked in for Aminu. And it's Williams in for Green. Taking a look at the Lakers. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Junior's out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Drummond in at the center.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Zach LaVine. The Lakers have gone 5 of 9 at the line.
Numbers last year for them, just about 73%, so the bottom third of the league. Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Green, he's checked in for the Bulls. Back to LaVine. Tice with the ball. He's picked up by LeBron. 6 to shoot. Vucevic finds Levine. Poked loose and stolen by Drummond. And here's the fast break. Davis leading the way. And it's Drummond with the jam.
With the flexibility to adjust at the rim, Drummond can catch the pass almost anywhere and still throw it down.
And so Green will bring it up for the Bulls. Trailing by 5. They've got the Hawks ahead of them in their next game, and it's in Atlanta. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. They get the rebound. LaVine scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
The pass to Schroeder. This one for 3. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Davis has got 3 assists in the game. Pass to Levine. Passes it to Tice. And Davis sends it back.
What a play by Anthony Davis. You think you can get it over me? Nope, not on my watch.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
Here's Levine. The jumper from the free throw line is good. Levine's got 15 points.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
LeBron kicks to Junior. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Lakers have really been struggling with their free throws, only made 5. More misses than makes so far.
They aren't making anything at the line today. This is a team that struggles at the line.
And he sinks the second. Bulls trail by 7. And the jam by Levine.
Explosive move there by Zach. Quick first step, then a thunderous finish.
Schroeder looking around to the middle. Here's Kim, kicks it out to Schroeder. From deep, James. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Los Angeles on top, up 5. From the United Center in Chicago. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look. Daniel Tice is checked in for the Bulls. Aminu comes in for Williams. And the Lakers with some changes. 1:49 left to play in the third. Aminu finds Tice. Back to Aminu. White, wide open. He fires. And the 3 off target.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Young out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Aminu in at the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Strange to see Marc Gasol shooting from outside. His game, Greg, wasn't always like it is now.
I mean, Gasol has added a 3 to his game in the last seasons with Memphis, and it was an immediate success. He became a functioning stretch 5. Early in his career, he was more likely to drag you to the block and just bruise you more than anything else.
Junior dishes to Harrell. Pass to Horton Tucker. Just 4 to shoot. It's Kuzma top the key. Offline from the top of the key. Bulls trail by 17. They're running. Here's Aminu with the putback. Young on the follow.
Challenging the defense at the rim, something he does very well. Excellent tip in.
To the right side. Kuzma against Aminu. Kuzma passes to Kim. Now Young. And here we go. Fast break. Levine's got it. And he elevates for the slam dunk. Montrezl Harrell did not like that.
An explosive, high-level athlete. You see why Zach has won multiple dunk contests.
Now, here's Junior. Light covering. And that one's good, Junior. Junior's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Right back after this break. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
Here's Horton Tucker. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. See you next time.
Life sucks and I never tried. Mine's lost even more than I realize. Time's up, keep it moving when she arrives. If you ever heard what I heard in my mind, never try, you would cry, that's a lie. You would. I don't wanna ever come down from my. I am in the best seats. From time and the next breed. If you come at me directly, don't need no one to defend me. Souls in a place even I can't get to. Don't mess with it. Moon waves in overseas, quick coasting overseas. Bun knows who don't believe. They will never wanna admit I'm the best here. From the mere fact that I've got ovaries. It's a woman's world, so to speak. Never giving credit where it's due, cause you don't lack power, venom.
What I do?
Let's go! Phenomenal win. You should be proud of yourselves. Now let's get to work so we can keep this positive energy. We really need to push the tempo and get out in transition more. Set it up and get started.
Turn it up! Turn it up! Hey, you're ready now. Give it in. Big coming! Yo, get it up! Yo, get on, yo!
one more. Hey, he can ball, huh?
I see him.
Keep it going.
Trifecta, baby. Hey. Oh, that's good.
We'll get the next one. Hey, he can ball, huh?
Hey, right here. Three of them, baby.
Now we're rolling.
Hey, I'll see you later.
Great practice. Now get out there and put up some more shots.
Of course, what good is VC without the game? A digital copy of NBA 2K22 is included in the prize package. Plus, the 2K21 My Team.
The bright lights and tall buildings of downtown Los Angeles setting the scene for us here tonight. Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. DA, it's all yours.
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo is a first-time All-Star in 2020. He was the 14th pick in 2017. And he said, whoever gets drafted, you want to play the right.
All right, thank you, David. So here's Miami's starting group. Hero out there with Oladipo. Then it's Nemanja Bjelica. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Butler in at the 3. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Caldwell Pope. And it's Drummond in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before.
Changes here for the Lakers. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Drummond. Kyle Kuzma comes in for LeBron. And Junior subbed in for Caldwell Pope. The Heat also changing it up. Achua, he's checked in for Bjelica. Kendrick Nunn comes in for Tyler Hero. And it's Dragic in for Oladipo. And Junior gets it to go on the assist by Kuzma.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Pass to Nunn. Over Junior. Nunn can't get it to fall. And Schroeder's got the ball here for Los Angeles. It's a 5-point game. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And you gotta love a team that can maintain its composure on the road. Take good shots and knock them down with confidence.
Well, awesome to see in that last game how the motion in their offense didn't stop because they were in some hostile territory.
Schroeder kicks to Junior. Outside, Davis. Pass to Kim. Harrell trying to free himself up.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
There's 53 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Dragic the pass to Adebayo. And the rejection by Harrell. Davis dishes to Schroeder. Here's Kim. Back to Schroeder. The 3 from Davis. It's Adebayo with the rebound. The Heat trail by 5. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Offensive rebound. And the layup falls.
Bam grabs the board, and then Bam knows what to do.
Dragic against Schroeder. And there it is for him. Schroeder's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Lakers ahead, leading by 5. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And if you're like me and curious about Victor Oladipo's overall philosophy, listen to this.
I think the biggest thing is just the relentlessness. No matter what's going on, no matter how hard you want to do well or if you mess up, just keep going. Just keep playing hard, just give it your all. And, you can live with the results after that because you know you gave it 110%.
And you know, Greg, I haven't ever heard anyone question his effort.
He came into the league as a raw athlete. Now he's a skilled assassin.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. They've got Dragic. Achua is out there with Adebayo. Then it's Robinson, and it's Nunn in at the shooting guard.
That's everything you want there. Bam Adebayo up there, vertical, good hands, and the big throwdown.
And there's the pass to Caruso. At the elbow, it's Gasol. Passes it to Horton Tucker. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Los Angeles making a switch here. James is checked in. And Miami also making a... Some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Heat lead by 3. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after... And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much. Here's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Junior, and it's Drummond in at the 5, home in the paint. That's the Laker 5.
So he tries to do a lot of work on the inside, but AD ultimately from the mid-range becoming very effective.
And for everything that Anthony Davis does on the floor, you can't forget about his defense. Still an elite level defender, guards multiple positions and turns away a number of shots.
And there's the bucket from Victor Oladipo.
Yeah, it's that guy again, Victor Oladipo, just getting it done. Looks like he's going to have a huge night.
Rebound by the Heat.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And Davis gets a lot of blocks without getting in foul trouble. About a 1-to-1 ratio for him in his career.
Incredible. And he's done a great job of learning how to go straight up, playing vertical. Gets blocks, but doesn't get pulled out of position. Does everything you want from a defensive anchor.
Pass to LeBron. Inside. Here's Kim. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
There's no way that LeBron James is not going to come in and dictate the tempo of this game. Just keeps his eyes up and drops a nice dime there.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Harrell, he's checked in for Drummond. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Davis. And it's Alex Caruso in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And a new group in for the Heat. Achua, he's checked in for Bielitsa. Robinson comes in for Butler. Kendrick Nunn, he's checked in for Hero. And it's Dragic in for Oladipo.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
1:46 left in the third quarter. Pass to Kim. Clock at 6. Kuzma kicks to Caruso. Drills it from outside. And the Lakers lead by 1.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
Right side, Dragic. Rebound, the Lakers. Harrell's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Caruso looking for an opening. 1:06 left in the third quarter of the game. Kicks it to LeBron. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
The Heat trail by 3. Timeout called, the Heat. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
And they simply have no answer right now for what he's doing to them. He is making them pay.
And so it's the Heat winning this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, G, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that about wraps it up. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Life sucks and I never tried. Mine's lost even more than I realize. Time's up, keep it moving when she arrives. If you ever heard what I heard in my mind, never try, you would cry, that's a lie. You would. I don't wanna ever come down from my. I am in the best seat. From time and the next breed. If you come at me directly, don't need no one to defend me. Souls in a place even I can't get to. Don't mess with it. Moon waves and overseas, quick coast and overseas. Bun knows who don't believe. They will never wanna admit I'm.
Yeah, what up? Stay focused on your workout.
Bring it in, fellas. One game won't break our season, but let's not make losing a habit. Let's get after it hard today. We're getting very little production out of these fast break opportunities, so we're gonna work on that. Let's get on the baseline and work on filling the lanes better and getting the ball to the middle of the floor.
Get it started, man. Let's get it started.
Well done! Three of them, baby. Yo, look this way. Shoot that, shoot that. You got me. grab it. Good bucket, Davis. Set up, set up. Way to take the score.
Hey, he can ball, huh?
Watch the pick. Way to go. Keep moving, baby, keep moving. Hey, hey, right here. Go over it. Finish that. Baby. I got your help.
Get your mind right. We'll get the next one.
right here.
Let's go. Just like that.
Hey, hit me up. Great practice. Now get out there and put up some more shots.
Dark matter card of your choice, and more.
You've been the real stars of our show all year long. So here are the winners of our
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The bronze likeness of Lakers great Magic Johnson that can be found just outside the front door of our location today, the Staples Center. And thanks for joining us on this Christmas Eve. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks.
Oh, you know what? I love that work ethic. Thanks, D.A. Here are the five for the Raptors. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Fred VanVleet out there with Lowry, and it's
of society. And so are we all on a quest to get better? Are we all on a quest to do more individually? And to me, that's a sentiment that goes well beyond the world of sports.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers. Siakam inside. He's against Kuzma. Trent gets the bucket. Trent's got 5 points so far.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Caruso, the pass to Kim. Over Trent. Bank shot, no good. Raptors trail by 9. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Flynn misses.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Kim, the pass to Harrell. Here's Caruso. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Here's Siakam. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, this guy is such a good rebounder. His length, his athleticism, his timing. Pascal Siakam is a force.
They throw good. Siakam. Well, Greg, Pascal Siakam won Most Improved Player in the league in 2019, and as we've talked about, had a case for it again in the 2020 voting.
I tell you, Siakam's play jumped so much again. He deserved the recognition. He continued to press himself to be an elite forward, rare for a former MIP winner to even be considered for the award more than once. And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Horton Tucker, the pass to Kim. Over Trent. 5 on the clock. Baseline jumper. Horton Tucker's shot is off.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Hits the three-point bomb. Trent's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Raptors.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
Yeah, it feels like they've ramped up their intensity. They have forced good things to happen. Now they're back in it.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And the three-point shot has been big for them. We come back right after this. Pascal Siakam, before the game tonight, shared his thoughts, reminiscent.
It was always a team, and I think we don't look at one player and say he's going to save us. You know, we got to save each other. We got to play for each other.
And Greg, that's how completely new group for Los Angeles. Here's Junior. The kick out to LeBron. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. Lakers passing it around. Nobody near Schroeder. Drains it from beyond the arc. Schroeder's got 5 points so far.
You love the no hesitation from Dennis Schroeder. Just catch fire and let it go.
Okay, time now for an injury report.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, I got some news from Toronto's head athletic trainer. They checked out his foot, and it appears he may have sprained his toe on that play. He's definitely out for this game, and they said there's a chance he could miss a few more games as well. We obviously hope it's fewer games, Kevin.
Well, thank you, David. Hopefully, we'll see him very soon. So for Toronto right now, we've got Fred VanVleet, also Lowry out there, Anunoby out there with Pascal Siakam, and it's Watanabe in at the 4.
Wow, finishing through contact with a beautiful display of focus. What a job by Pascal Siakam through contact.
1:06 left now here in the second. Offensive rebound, Davis, and it's Davis with the jam.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
Pass to Siakam. Shot clock at 6. Over to the wing. Not as good in the Los Angeles leads. Cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Kyle Lowry.
It feels like in some ways this is Kyle Lowry's natural range with the jumper, doing work from the mid-range.
Pass to Drummond. Down low. And Junior gets it to go on the assist by Drummond. Junior's got his first 2 points of the night.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Lowry with the ball. Here's Siakam. Wow, unbelievable.
Can't do it much better than that right before the clock expires.
What a way to seize momentum. Can it carry over into the next quarter? Beautifully done.
And so it's Los Angeles in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll return shortly. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Teams changing it up here. Harrell is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then it's Junior. And it's Marc Gasol. And it's Horton Tucker in at the 2 spot. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Now here's Kuzma. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Kim. Knocked loose. Fast break Toronto. Flynn with the ball. They need this. Trent gets the bucket.
Well, offensively, this guy has been cooking. They're definitely not losing because of him.
Los Angeles leading by 18. Here's Gasol. Boucher with the rebound.
Well, that's a case where a guy's trying to make a play, trying to take it up strong, but the defense was ready.
Count it.
Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot, but right now this guy is cooking.
Now, here's Junior. Covered by Flynn. Kim, the pass to Gasol. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having a guard the three-point line.
And the pass to Horton Tucker. Now Kuzma. To the inside. And the foul called on Junior. That's his first foul. And the Lakers making a change here. So Los Angeles takes the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
And that'll
Life sucks and I never tried. Mine's lost even more than I realized.
How's it going? Good game last night. Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do. See, you want to work on your three-point shooting. Let's get set up.
Who's watching it? Shut up!
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're going to do.
Man, I can't even watch this.
Next time, man. Next time.
Let's get to work. Here's what we're going to do.
Get it started, man. Let's get it started. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Right here. See you later.
Winners of our 2K TV Awards for 2K21. Starting with Beach Champion. You partied hard, built red.
A lot of sporty looks on the Phoenix players here in the Valley of the Sun. This is a shot from earlier as they came down the tunnel. Downtown Phoenix on a bright and sunny day as we come to you from Arizona. It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get DA. It's all.
Well, Kevin.
David Aldridge, thank you. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Caldwell Pope, and it's Drummond in at the 5. And for Phoenix, Booker and Bridges are the wings. Frank Kaminsky is out there with Ayton. And it's Payne in at the point. And the Suns here with a different look. Saric is checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Jay Crowder comes in for Frank Kaminsky. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Bridges. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Cameron Payne. The Lakers also changing it up. Harrell, he's checked in for Drummond. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Anthony Davis. And Junior subbed in for Caldwell Pope.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Los Angeles leading by 4, and it's Schroeder in the corner. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Here's Kim. And Galloway pulls it down.
You know, he looked uncomfortable there, making plays at the rim, not his strength.
Here's Saric. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist.
I think the offensive game of Saric is really good and continues to evolve. Encouraging to see him be aggressive inside.
Schroeder outside. Crowder against Kuzma. Here's James. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Good shot.
The Suns here with a different look. Ayton, he's checked in for Saric. Kaminsky comes in for Jay Crowder. Bridges, he's checked in for Torrey Craig. And it's Payne in for Langston Galloway.
You know, in this 21st century version of the NBA, just being big is not enough. Davis personifies the evolution of the big guy. He's got game from everywhere on the floor.
So the Lakers 5 right now. Andre Drummond is out there with Davis. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Junior. And it's Caldwell Pope in at small forward. Boy, that was a momentum killer to start last season, wasn't it, Greg? 25-game suspension for DeAndre Ayton.
And he sprained his ankle in his return game. The Suns at full strength, able to win some games. He's obviously a huge part of their future.
Here's Drummond. Here's Kim. Davis down low. Kaminsky's there. That one off the back iron and out. And now the Suns, a fast break, moving it up. And the dunk by Booker.
This is a guy who once scored 70 points in a game. Booker doesn't take much for him to start percolating.
To the paint. Here's Drummond. And Drummond throws it down.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Payne passes to Ayton. Back to Payne. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Here's Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
An accurate shooter from all areas of the floor. Booker has the confidence needed to dominate on offense.
And that one's good. Schroeder.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
59 seconds left in the first half of the game. Hands it from downtown. Booker's got the lead, back up to 5 now for Phoenix. And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. And going against Phoenix, their first meeting of the season.
And while they swept the season series against them last year, making it pretty clear how much separation exists between the two teams.
I mean, one is a playoff team. The other, question mark, ... not so much. But things change, and you're only as good as your last win. So we'll see how they handle things tonight. He still hasn't been able to convert from the field. He's just struggling to find his shot.
And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
I think Caldwell Pope has done a nice job developing into a legit deep ball threat.
here's Booker. D right on him. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Devin Booker.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
So he comes up empty, missing both.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight. And the first one at the line is good.
Amongst the many things that I appreciate most about LeBron James, and there are.
And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for Phoenix. We witnessed him delivering a series of three-pointers as he notched 3 total in the quarter. We've got more in store for you right after this. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You know, guys. The Suns here with a different look. Sharge checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Johnson comes in for Frank Kaminsky. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Mikal Bridges. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Cameron Payne. Here's Craig. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Booker's got his 7th assist here tonight.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
They've got Saric. Johnson is out there with Devin Booker. And it's Galloway in at the 2 spot. That's who's out there for Phoenix. And it's good, 2 points.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Knocked away and stolen by Booker. Rebound the Lakers.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
And that one's good, Junior. 29 seconds left to play in the third. Now here's Booker, guarded by Kim. A nice shot by Booker.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, they're in a nice zone right now, and that basket looks, you know, it can handle 2 balls at once. It looks like now it could probably, for them, handle 3 or 4 balls at once as well as they're shooting.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Phoenix gets called for the foul.
When LeBron has it inside like that, I mean, it's almost impossible to stop him. Worst case scenario, he's going to get himself to the foul line.
Booker outside. From the arc. It doesn't go for him. And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for the Phoenix Suns. Setting up teammates and getting buckets. He is looking as determined as ever. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley. And and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to Vancouver.
right? Let's get back in both those cities.
Exactly. Taking a look at the Lakers. They've got LeBron James. Marc Gasol is out there with Harrell. Then it's Junior. And it's Horton Tucker in at the 3, the small forward.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
And this is how you convert in transition. Booker running the floor well and being rewarded for it.
And the Lakers call time here.
And basketball in the blood for Devin Booker. I mean, his father, Melvin, started at the University of Missouri and played pro ball. Started in high school. Devin trained with his father, trying to follow his path.
So for the Suns, so it's the Suns winning easily here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Dave.
Life sucks and I never tried. Mine's lost even more than I realize. Time's up, keep it moving when she arrives. If you ever heard what I heard in my mind, never try, you would cry, that's a lie, you would. I don't wanna ever come down from my. I am in the best seats. From time and the next breed. If you come at me directly, don't need no one to defend me. Souls in a place even I can't get to, don't mess with it. Moon waves and overseas, quick coasting overseas. Bun knows who don't believe, they will never wanna admit I'm the best here from the mere fact that I've got ovaries. It's a woman's world, so to speak. Never giving credit where it's due, cause you don't lack power, venom. My, if you've ever heard what I heard in the night, what I fright, must have been a parasite in my past life. I don't wanna ever come down from my soul.